those who come here legally, we want to get them jobs. I have 460,000 open jobs in the state of New York. I want them to get the proper work permits. That's separate from people who are criminals. Someone breaks the law, I'll be the first one to call up ICE and say, get them out of here.
You're walking back the comments from a couple days ago saying that you would be willing to send Denver police officers. Do you regret making those comments and now getting questions like this?
Yeah. Okay, Kathy Hochul, by the way, why don't you deport them now? And by the way, that was the same Democrat mayor of Colorado, Mike Johnson, saying he does regret, saying he will try to do a Tiananmen Square moment to resist Trump on the border. And that was Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul saying, yes, arrest and deport illegal aliens if they commit crimes. There are up to 800,000 estimated illegal alien criminals throughout the U.S. who came in over the last 40 years through Biden. Joining us now from House Oversight, Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman, what is Kathy, great to see you, Merry Christmas. What is Kathy Hochul waiting for? Why not deport them now? I mean, look at the numbers, show the data. ICE reports there are nearly 60,000 criminal illegal aliens in New York City alone, more than 1,000 gang members, and they cost Americans more than $165 billion nationwide. That data is just for murders and assaults. So deport them now. What are they waiting for?
Or she shifted a little, but obviously not enough, Liz. She's what we've got is illegals here, of course, committing crimes, and then she waits until they commit a violent crime. And as we're seeing in New York and some of the bigger blue-controlled cities and provinces, is that they're not enforcing the laws, or they're getting off, and it's the second, third, fourth time they offend. And then again, they're not enforcing the laws then. What we need is strong enforcement at the border. We need to deport these folks immediately back into their home countries. You have countries like Guatemala that they don't even have working age. They don't have enough working age people just to do the standard things that make a community and a country thrive. And, you know, that's why I proposed legislation. It didn't go anywhere under Biden's folks. They poo-pooed it, but that would provide tax credits for American companies that would invest in businesses that were American-owned businesses in these countries in Central America, and then they would export their goods and services to this country. But, of course, they're not going to do things like that.
What do you make of this? It's pretty shocking. You know, border officials say that Democrat governors don't care enough to stop public safety threats now. But all of a sudden, Democrat governors Kathy Hochul, J.B. Pritzker, Colorado Governor Jared Polis claim they are tough. They're trying to be tough on crime now, right as Trump takes office. They now say, yes, America needs to deport criminal illegal aliens after so many Americans were killed, raped, assaulted, and families damaged. So they are breaking the law. The law is clear in the books that you can't impede federal law enforcement offers doing deportations. So it's also about illegal aliens abusing the border, crossing illegally, breaking the law too. No border in the nation, in the world is abused like America's border is.
That's correct. Our border is meant to keep people out, not keep Americans in. But you're seeing, as you're seeing now, the president of Mexico breaking up those caravans that are coming into this country. It reminds me a little bit of Ronald Reagan right before he took office, and Iran released the hostages because they knew they didn't want to mess with Ronald Reagan and America under his control. And that's the same way it is under Trump. They don't want to mess with Donald J. Trump. They know there's a new sheriff in town, and these mayors of these big blue cities are realizing that as well. They've seen the tea leaves, they've seen the polls, and they've seen the mandate. America is sick of this stuff, and they're getting taken advantage of. That's why you're seeing groups like labor that have been behind Donald Trump, because they're taking jobs and they're not providing for American services.
You know, in 2018, the self-declared socialist mayor Bill de Blasio, he did enact new New York City Police Department protocols saying, you know, you can't cooperate with ICE. Then you had an illegal alien who'd been in custody in New York City in child endangerment charges. He was set free. He goes on to murder Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. Watch this retired ICE agent on the violent Venezuelan gang, Trenta Aragua, that first got a foothold in the U.S. under Joe Biden. Watch this.
I'm not trying to call them a gang anymore, because the Trenta Aragua is not just your typical gang. They're more of a cartel, which means that they're highly sophisticated. They have the backing of their Maduro regime from Venezuela. But most importantly, Jonathan, my sources are telling me the direct link between Iran, Hezbollah, who has heavy and extreme ties to Venezuela, and they're tied to this organization. And you could tell by the type of crimes that they're committing. It's just not drug trafficking, but the money laundering aspect of the violent crimes, sex trafficking, and many others.
So there's a link between Iran's Hezbollah and Iran with Tren de Aragua out of Venezuela, that violent gang?
Absolutely. They're operating in Tennessee now. We found out that violent gangs in 3 of the major cities. One, my hometown, Knoxville, has been reported that they're there as well. So we've got a real problem. Every city in America is a border town. President Trump could not get here fast enough.
Congressman Burchett, a pleasure to see you again. Merry Christmas to you, too.